Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my show, Couple with Spirit. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a fantastic week. And for the new listeners, welcome, doubly welcome, and hope you'll become a regular on my little segment every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. So I just wanted to share something with you guys and gals and lovelies today. Had a weird experience. Well, I say weird, quite an intense experience this morning when I had to phone the bank and sort out a new card. It turned out that the address that they had on record was completely different to the one that I'd given them earlier on in the year. So that in itself caused all sorts of issues. And the procedure to get into my own account was the third digit of this and fourth number of that and passcode this and password that. And it took such a long time for me to even get access to my own account, to the business account, etc., etc. And when I finished on the phone some 40 odd minutes later, seriously, 40 odd minutes, it was ridiculous, it occurred to me that do we protect our own energetic assets in the same way as the bank does our money? Do we allow undesirables access to our inner sanctums without first letting them? Or do we just say, yeah, come on in, one and all, take what you need and leave me wrung out like an old rag? No, it just occurred to me, and it was food for thought that do we do that? Do we protect ourselves in that same way? Or do we scrutinise those that wish to engage with us, those who want a piece of us, those that ask something of us? And do we assess and feel into somebody's intention? What they say versus what they do. There's an old saying that I read and heard of years ago, and it really struck me. And it goes that men fall in love with their eyes, and women fall in love with their ears. And that really hit home to me that a lot of the time, and I know that I've done it in the past, that I've fallen in love with my ears in so much as I believe what people have said over what they've actually done, their actions. So, do we really take notice of people's intentions and what they do over what they say? And energy, our energy, do we give more than we accept in return? Do we give and give and give and run ourselves ragged again? When people offer help or support, do we say, oh no, I'm fine, everything's okay? When in reality, it isn't. We're exhausted. And we're very good at putting on masks and faces, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen, to, I suppose, to protect our vulnerability. Maybe we felt let down in the past. Maybe we feel that we can't trust people because, very simply, because we've believed what we've heard rather than what the actions have been. Time and health. These are two of your most valuable commodities, and that's something that I've learned over my XYZ decades of being this side of the Earth's crust. And they say health is wealth. I mean, once you've got failing health, and I believe that it's only then that we value it more than ever. And time is the one thing that we spend that we can never get back. I mean, money is one thing, but time, I would suggest, time is finite in this world. Infinite in spirit, but it's finite here. And then again, I come to resources, so money, etc. Giving, overextending ourselves. And life is tough for many people at the moment with soaring costs and, static wages and etc. But how often do we overextend ourselves by getting things on tick or credit on HP, which is hire purchase, just in case those in other countries don't understand what HP is. It's when you get something, you sign an agreement, and then you pay it back over a period of time. It's a bit like a loan, I suppose you could say. Well, they borrow money from more unscrupulous sources. With Christmas coming up very rapidly, I mean, I can't believe we're at the end of September. Oh my days! You know, there's the temptation to overextend and to keep up with Joneses, to buy the latest this, that, and the other, and a lot of times to actually live beyond means. So really, do we give more than we receive? Is there that imbalance there? Do we feel wrung out, as I say? And are we charging around here, there, and everywhere for other people, sacrificing ourselves for others? And many times, and I would suggest at times, others that wouldn't possibly do the same for us. No, I'm not suggesting, because I also believe the root of all disappointment is to expect someone else's behaviour in the same way that we treat them. But again, with that, I go back to my original, mention about intention. Do people step up? Do they do what they say they're going to do? Or is it, yeah, I'll do it, and they don't? In which case, I would suggest withdrawing energy, if you can, of course, if it's possible. When we sacrifice ourselves for others, what does that tell people? What does it tell people? It tells people that we're readily available, that we're going to drop everything at a moment's notice for them, not us. And we really do have to take care of ourselves. I mean, I may have used this analogy in the past, my lovelies, that even on an aeroplane, when they do the flight, the whole door business, emergency exits, the first thing they say is put your own mask on before you help anyone else. And we can only give from a full cup, can't we, lovelies, really? If we're scraping the bottom of the barrel ourselves, and then we still give to other people, we're in deficit. We're in negative equity with our own soul and our own spirit and our own energy, and financially maybe too. So I invite you to bring it back to yourselves. I mean, do you look externally more than you do internally? I know I've been there before. Do you do that? Do you satisfy yourselves with external things, rather than looking inside and doing that work and filling your own cup, be it with creativity or taking a walk, for instance, or just spending a bit of time to yourself, having that first cuppa of the morning and saying no to everybody. Don't you dare come near me, do not disturb, go away, because I'm not ready to face the day quite yet. And I've got a mug that says literally, not until I've done this. And that is my time to recalibrate, to being awake, recalibrating and considering what the day is going to hold. And I know that when I do this, it's peace and quiet. It's that solitude. It's that spending time with self. And even just that 15 minutes in the morning, it's like, I can breathe. And so, with that in mind, value for self can be summed up in one word. Basically, if it feels wrong, say no. And when we say no, we empower other people to also stand in their power and say no. And I may have gone across this before in a previous show, so please thank you for your patience in listening to me go over old ground. But it's what Spirit imbued upon me to talk about this morning, to use the experience this morning in this way, as my team frequently do. And so what if what is being offered is in misalignment in any way whatsoever? No is a very liberating word to use. No, go away, no. And make no a sentence rather than a word, with a very strong point at the end of it. Full stop. That's the word I was looking for. I love this. Full stop. And when we do this, we raise our worth. Because people know that when we say no, we mean no, and that is the end of subject. Which means that in turn, we become less susceptible to giving away our energy, our time, our resources, and we become more protective. And we value then what we bring to the table. And, only you can decide that, my lovies, whether you value what you bring and who you are. And Spirit want you to live authentically. You really do. And if it feels no, then want you to say no, kindly and with respect, of course. I mean, there are some occasions when we can only meet the energy in the same way. More so we get confrontational situations where it's okay to use no in that slightly different manner. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about there. But it's so important that you protect yourself and protect your assets by saying no. Because when we say yes, when we actually mean no, we're really betraying ourselves. We're really being disloyal to us. And if it feels wrong, trust that, because energy never lies. Energy never ever lies. And when we ignore our gut instincts over a situation, or a person, or a job, or an opportunity, and we say yes when actually everything within our being is screaming, don't do it, slap the brakes on, no, turn left, not right. And when we do, we know I know my experience, it goes peaked on, as in wrong. So you set your worth. You reach for the top of the tree because that's where the best fruit is. And you're worth it, love, because you really are. Protect your assets at all cost. Go through the same security questions that the bank does when you're looking to access your money. So, and I'd like to end on a quote today, as usual, and this is by bravegirlsclub.com on Pinterest. Dear one, you must do whatever it takes to protect your soul. Good evening until next week.